So yeah, we've went pretty much undefeated with this deck. We're never going to lose, and I think it's probably the best deck in the new meta. Hey, what's up guys? It's Jake aka Tag, and today we're back at it again with this crazy giant miner witch deck. After the new balance update, the witch just does so much damage and it feels like a musketeer that spawns skeletons. The fisherman, even though it was nerfed, still fulfills the same purpose, pulling tanks to your king tower or away from you, and it's still a great card. Let's go jump straight to some games and let's assert some dominance with this amazing giant miner deck. Alright, so we got a game. We're into the arena with our reworks. We're going to sauce out skeletons to open up this game, and we're going to see what's up. This guy's going to go and cycle bats in the back, so we're going to go in for a miner. And we see bats and mega minions. So I was originally thinking that this could be a Lava Hound clone deck, but after seeing the Dark Prince, bats, and mega minion, I don't know what this is anymore, guys. I know that I have to go in for a giant just to go and pull the mega minion, hopefully. Maybe the skeleton's going to pull it. Unfortunate. Okay. So the skeleton's going to go and pull it to the right-hand side. I don't think that the mega minion gets more than one hit anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. And he's got Witch, Fly Machine. This guy's 100% going to have clone. It's not going to be the Lava Hound clone. It's just going to be a regular clone deck. So we're going to go in for a very juicy poison right on top of the Witch, on top of the Fly Machine and the bats. And our Witch is still alive. Look at how much more damage it does to the tower, guys. It's like a musketeer almost. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Yeah. That's a disgusting amount of damage, and we're going to go in for skeletons just to make sure that the Mega Minion does not lock onto our tower. So we've got one hit on the right-hand side, but it doesn't matter. It's insignificant. It's inconsequential, and we're in a pretty big lead from this point on. So we're going to go in for a log just to passively cycle. I could have went in for a miner, but I feel like it's not worth it right now. You would go in for bats, Mega Minion, or something on top of it, and I just don't want to sack it. I want to see if he's going to have a ranged unit that I can go and snipe with my miner. So he's going to go for a Dark Prince. We're going to go in for a giant right in front. It's quite interesting how the Witch now spawns skeletons. It feels like a graveyard, like a mini graveyard. This guy's going to go for his own Witch. I want to go in for a poison right on top of the Witch and then go in for a miner real quick. So we're going to be able to snipe the Witch with our miner, and that's why we were trying to save it. So then the poison plus the miner is able to kill it inside of our poison, and then the skeletons just die incredibly quickly that way. And we can just make sure that the bats die to our tower, then go in for a Mega Minion right on top of his Fly Machine, and take absolutely no damage. So this is going to be a great situation for us. I love that we were able to deny all damage from the Fly Machine, and our tower is still intact at the start. He's going to go for a giant and a graveyard at the river, but if we're going to go in for skellies here, and just go in for a log, we should be fine. This shouldn't do any damage, really. Actually, let's go in for a fisherman, so then we're able to go and pull the giant back further. So I guess let's hits for him, and then we can go in for another giant, go in for a miner, and man, we're destroying him. There's not too much he can do. He can go in for bats maybe on defense, but then if you drop it right inside of the poison, it's just going to die incredibly quickly, and you can't do anything. So I don't know. This is a very easy W. First game of the day. There really wasn't too much to say about this one. We defended very well, counter pushed, and saved our miner to go and snipe his Witch. So if we did that, we're going to be in a great spot. And we are actually going to take 2 towers here before he even takes 1. So yeah, this is absolutely brutal, my man. You're not going to take a single one, and you lost both of yours. So GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you, and good luck in the rest of your grand challenge. But as you guys can see, Giant Witch is actually insanely good. It's the newfound musketeer, and I don't think we're going to lose very many games today, if any at all. This deck is incredible. Hey, we got another game against Morning Sunshine. We're going to sauce out a good luck, and we're going to see what's up. So, in this starting hand, we don't really want to go and cycle anything besides our log, because if we cycle our fisherman, he drops a giant skeleton, pulls it right into us. That would be horrible. If we go and cycle Mega Minion, he could pressure opposite lane with a balloon, so that's really not a play. We could go and cycle a Witch in double elixir when it gets to double elixir. And I also don't want to cycle my giant because he could have 2.9 expo because we just saw a log cycled. Now he's going to go in for a baby dragon, so we're going to go and combat that with our Santa Claus. Santa Claus is going to be soaking up a lot of damage, and then we should be able to push with him right after. So baby dragon is just going to die simply to our tower. Feels good, man. We can go in for a Mega Minion on offense and then miner on top of his musketeer, and I think that's going to be our best bet. We're going to save poison. Great poison value. We're going to be able to kill guards, kill the musketeer a little bit quicker, and this deck is looking like it's going to be the old-fashioned graveyard fisherman deck. Guys, fisherman got a nerf, but honestly, it still functions the exact same way. It's a great card. As you guys can see, we're using it in our deck, and all the decks that had fisherman before still work pretty well. We're going to go for a Witch because it's going to be able to shut down the skeletons of our opponent really easily because we spawn our own skeletons. Literal cannibalism right now. Skellies on skellies on skellies. and then we can go in for a giant right in front of our witch. So when we do this, we're going to have a huge counter push. He's already exhausted a lot of his elixir on his graveyard, and then he's not going to have too much to drop anything on us. So we can go in for a Mega Minion, and we can apply a ton of aggression. We're even going to go for a log right on top of these guards to kill them a little bit quicker and get the skeletons on top of the tower. One overextension on this deck, and you automatically lose your tower. It's incredible how offensive it is, and especially when someone runs a Fisherman defensive giant skeleton deck, they can't stop you. Even if they like have good counters to you, their elixir is just going to be too low if they overcommit once. So it's really cool to see that. One of the most defensive decks in the game just can't stop us as long as they make one slip up. So we're going to go in for another witch on the left-hand side. Then we're going to go in for a giant, and we're going to go miner his musketeer yet again. Rinse and repeat. If it works out one time, let's have it work out again. Let's go in for another miner. Unfortunately, we do not get our giant right in front of the witch, but I don't think it's going to matter. We're going to go in for a poison here, and you guys might wonder, why am I going to go for a poison right now? That seems like a dumb decision because he's got graveyard. Well, guys, it doesn't matter. As long as we stop everything from crossing the river, then his graveyard is going to be just not beneficial at all. Heck, we can even go in for like log right now on top of the skeletons of the graveyard and to finish off the musketeer a little bit quicker. And we're able to walk away with a very clean W. So I made one slip up this game. I did not get my giant in front of the witch, but it didn't really matter, guys. This game is super easy as long as you catch your opponent overcommitting one time. And this is later in a GC. We're 7-0 in a Grand Challenge, and this guy made a slip up like that. So most of the time, you're going to be playing people a little bit worse than this, and you'll get a lot more availability to make aggressive plays. So feels good, man. We're going to walk away with a very clean W. We're going to sauce out a GG, a well played, and a peace out Girl Scout amount, of course, as per usual. That's kind of our ritual at the end of the game. We got to keep it up. Let's see that juicy 7-0. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Let's keep cruising. All right, so we're going to go for Skellies. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what this guy's got. He's going to go for a log right out of the gate. So let's go in for a miner on the right-hand side and see what Splash Moon wants to do. So he's going to have Ice Golem, Log, and Skeletons. You already know what this is, guys. It's going to be 2.9 Expo, and we're going to destroy him because we have Giant Miner. There's nothing he can do. Ah, never mind. It was just a prank, guys. He's got Witch. Why does he do this to me? I don't know. Let's go in for a Giant right in front, and we'll try to make a pretty big push here. I think we'll have to go for a Log. Wow, he's got Tesla with it. Does he have 2.9 with Witch? Is that a thing now? I get that Witch is strong, but do you actually have 2.9 Expo with a Witch? Because all cards that he's dropped are indicative of that. Did he just like sub out Archers for Witch? I think that's what he did, man. I don't know why you're doing that, but this is going to be really funny. Watch this, guys. So he's going to think that we're going to drop something near the collector, and then we're going to poison it, hopefully. Oh, I was really hoping that we would hit skeletons or something. That would be so ideal. I was hoping that we would drop like skellies in the middle, and then we would be able to poison and miner it at the same time. But he didn't fall for a trap card. Let's go in for a witch in the same lane as his witch, and then support it with a giant. So yeah, as expected, that's exactly what he's got, guys. He's got the scary Expo pump witch deck that I really wasn't expecting this. I didn't think that this would be meta, but man, it's devouring my giant really quickly. And we got to get this Mega Minion right on top. If the Mega Minion does not get on top of the Expo, we could be in a troublesome situation. But nah, we're going to be fine. We're going to have the Witch still alive. And he's going to have to spawn something on top of this. Man, the Witch Skeletons are going to cruise through. He's going to have to drop a Tesla. And look at that tragic amount of damage. He has to log and viciously cycle back because he had already dropped it. And he didn't have it back in hand. Oh my gosh. To cycle 6 Elixir to clean up a 1 HP Witch. That must make him super salty, because it would make me super salty. So we see another Witch from our opponent. I fully expect him to go in for an Expo on the opposite side. We'll see, though. I'm going to go in for a Giant. We'll try to go in for a Poison and a Log just to finish off his Witch. That does kill it if you guys did not know that interaction. So you need to go in for a Poison plus Log. Poison plus Zap does not kill it, unfortunately. So Fireball plus Log does kill it also. So those are the two interactions that you got to know. If you're playing a 2.9 or 2.6 stack and you're playing against someone with Witch, go in for a Fireball and log it just like I go in for Poison plus Logs with this deck. Anyway, we want to go in for a Mega Minion right on top of his Expo. We definitely just want to go for a Poison, and we will be able to take this tower. There isn't too much he can do with 11 seconds remaining. He will not be able to take the left-hand side. 7 seconds remaining, still doesn't matter. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. You got the connection, but you're not going to be able to take it. That's literally 2,500 hit points. It was a pleasure playing against you, brother. So yeah, we've went pretty much undefeated with this deck. We're never going to lose, and I think it's probably the best deck in the new meta. First time playing the new Witch, and I'm not disappointed in the slightest. I mean, maybe I'm a little bit disappointed because it is overtuned and it is overbuffed. So we got a game against BK. We're going to sauce out a miner and a good luck. Burger King, what do you have in store for us, brother? Well, you got a Furnace and you got Skelly. So I fully expect this to be a Royal Giant deck or a Graveyard deck. It's going to be one or the other. Never mind, he's going to have Bandit for whatever reason. So I don't know what this is anymore. It could just randomly be like a Pekka deck that I'm just not aware of. I don't know, guys. We'll have to wait and see. So I want to save a lot of my cards right now until we can figure out what he's got. Unfortunately, the Potato Fisherman decides to go and walk towards that Fire Spirit, not hit him, and not go towards the tower. So that made me a little bit sad. Anyway, we know that his Furnace is going to be back in cycle relatively soon. So let's go in for a Giant and get ready. So it looks like he's got Royal Hogs with this deck. I expect it to be Royal Hogs because he's got so much Fireball and Poison Bait. Really need to be able to defend the Girl Rascal, so we're going to have to Mega Minion right on top of it. And that's going to be really nice because we're going to be able to take out the right-hand side and defend the left with that simple Mega Minion. So we're in a great spot, guys. No rules. Burger King is getting devoured, man, just like the fast food place, eating them like a snack. We're going to go in for Skeletons on top of the Bandit, and we'll see what he decides to do. So which, if you don't have the appropriate counters, if you go and split your Rascals, which is a 5 elixir investment, quite often you will not be able to deal with it adequately. You need like a Valkyrie, an Executioner, and you need to go same lane as us. And if you do that, then we can easily go in for a Miner, redirect it, and then poison it and finish it off that way. So even if we play against Xe, I'm not going to be too scared. Let's go in for a Giant right in front of the Witch, and then we can go in for a Miner, depending on what he does. Yep, awesome. Perfect placement, guys. We predicted him, and we kill that Magic Archer for a nice positive 1 interaction. And we also keep everything alive. And I don't want to go in for a log or anything. I'd rather just go for a Mega Minion. We should be able to kill the Bandit with the Mega Minion and the Witch now. Okay, well, this is why we save the log. Go in for Skeletons. We go in for another Witch. So then the Bandit dashes towards that. And then we can go for a Mega Minion just to kill the Flying Machine real quick. So it looks like he's going to be able to do some damage on the right, but it's not going to be anything like close to taking the tower, so we're still going to be fine. Heck, I could just go for Skeletons for a fast cycle to finish it off and keep all of my elixir for offense there. So we applied aggression, we got the Witch right on top of the tower, part 2, and we're saving our log for the Rascals because we know that his card cycle has got Rascals. There they are. We're going to go in for another Witch here. And we'll try to 3-crown him, I guess. I mean, I expected him to go on the right-hand side. We wanted to limit the potential of him doing that, so that's why we went for the Witch there. So then he has to go on the tower that has all of his HP. And it's going to be very sad for him because we went for a poison right on top of the Flying Machine, so there's nothing he can do. GG, well played, and peace out. Yes, we saw that he had a lot of elixir going towards the left-hand side, but look at how much damage is on the right. If he was able to get a full-fledged force of Royal Hogs going on that tower, we would have gotten in some serious trouble. But at the end of the game, our left-hand tower was still healthier than our right, so that's a win in my book, and that is a juicy win right here. Let's go in for Skeletons in the back and see what's up. This guy's going to go in for a Mega Minion, so we're going to go in for a Giant same lane. So that's going to be really cool because then the Mega Minion's going to lock onto our Giant, and then we should be able to get some counter push. Unfortunately, he's got the Big Mama Pekka, so we have to try our absolute hardest to destroy this Pekka player because we know Giant gets shredded. Fortunately for us, we have the Skeletons from the Witch to overcome and overwhelm the Pekka for counter push potential. I actually want to go in for a Fisherman here, so then we're hopefully able to go and pull the Pekka away from the Giant and maybe get some extra chip damage. We're going to try to keep this Witch alive for counter push, and we're going to go in for a Miner since we have Witch, Mega Minion, and the Skeleton should still spawn, demanding more of a presence, baiting out a Barbarian Barrel, which he definitely did not want to drop, guys, let me tell you. When I go for Skeletons right on top of that Electro Wizard, finish it off that way, and we're in a pretty good spot. So in this situation, we've already identified that he's got Electro Wizard, Pekka with Poison, which is pretty good against our Witch combo, but let me tell you, oh man, well, that's not what I wanted to see at all. I was going to say, I really hope he doesn't have Fisherman or a Building, but I thought he would have the Minions variation. I was going to be like, this is actually a pretty good matchup for me, but after seeing a Building, it's not that great of a matchup anymore. I recant my statement. So he's going to go for Mega Minion at the river. He's got Graveyard, interestingly enough. That's really good because we can just go for a Giant and body block the Spear Goblins, have our Skeletons stack up, finish off the Graveyard really easily, going for a Mega Minion with our Giant, and then he's down so much Elixir, and I think that this counter push takes him. Because he's used Poison plus Graveyard, which is a 9 Elixir investment, Mega Minion at the river. That's 12 Elixir in single Elixir, and I don't think that you're able to deal with the remnants of the Witch, because the Witch does not die inside the Poison Graveyard, and as a result, the counter push is just way too much. We're going to take the tower, clap an easy W, and yeah, this game is just going so incredibly well for us. I think we might want to go in for a Fisherman on the left-hand side, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it really matters. Let's just go in for a witch on the right-hand side, same lane as his spam, and he's just going to go in for another graveyard. We can just use the giant to body block, and then as soon as the Mega Minion claps onto the giant, then we go in for a Mega Minion on offense, go in for a log because our skeletons from our witch are dying really quickly because he has got a poison down. And yeah, we're doing really well. Unfortunately, our witch did die there because we didn't drop it far back enough, but in most situations, as you guys saw in the very first push, we had a good RNG, we dropped our witch really far back, and he wasn't able to kill it after going in for a poison, and as a result, we were able to take his tower, so that's what you want to do. Even if your opponent has like a pretty good counter to you, if they've got poison, if they've got Pekka, and they got a building, you can still win if they like spam you a little bit too hard, so that's what happened in this game. We're just going to go in for another skeletons. We're going to go and pull that to the right-hand side, hopefully. And yeah, we're going to walk away with a very easy and clean W. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you.